Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
The Shack is back. Greetings, Kooplings, and welcome back to the PSVG Podcast Network's Little Nintendo Show featuring myself and my compadre, Miss Caroline. How are you doing?
I'm doing okie doke. We've got some stuff that's coming out tonight, so we're recording early.
Things are happening in Switchland. Before we break down all the news and talk about what we've been playing, I'd like to thank our Patreon producers, the folks that make the ship go. Thank you, Coach Hulk, Callow, Devin Tyus, Kevin Austin, Kyle Hyman, Joel Voss, Josh Borboni, Barry Cathcart, and Paul Calicote. Caroline, would you please do the honors for this week's Patreon Spotlight?
Today is National Haiku Day. Did you know that?
I did not know that. It's amazing.
I saw it on Twitter, hashtag. I was like, no way is it National Haiku Day. April 17th, awesome. The day that we're recording, National Haiku Day. Today, I have a spotlight on our good friend Edwin Callow, also known as Callow with a K and a 0. Callow's the man.
He's the man.
My little haiku for Callow is Greek word kalos means beautiful inside and out. Truly our Callow.
Nice.
He's like beautiful that. Inside and out.
National Haiku Day. Look at it. If you ever needed evidence that I am one with the universe and that karma just exists around me, I had this feeling, this impromptu whim. Look at it. A week later, National Haiku Day. It's amazing. Couldn't plan that.
Next we just need to have like feng shui and integrated somehow.
It's a good one. Let's talk about what we've been playing, like we do every week. I'd like to begin because I have a story to tell.
Go ahead, because Oh yeah, you do.
I do. I have a story to tell.
Cardboard stories.
So I have been playing Nintendo Labo VR. We got it last Friday. Brought it home. Put it together all night. Played it all day Saturday. Kept putting together pieces of it. The story I want to tell the story before I talk about the game. So Saturday, we're playing the Blaster. The Blaster has an interesting mechanic. It's got an interesting little thing. So you build this thing called the clacker, and the clacker makes the sound. So you shoot it and it goes pop, right?
Yeah.
Clacker. And it goes inside the barrel, and when you pull the trigger, or when you, I guess, cock the gun, I don't even know what it's called, right?
Yeah.
When you do that, the clacker comes back. It's got like a little wedge that lifts a little hook that you make that's connected to the trigger. Right. So the hook goes up, it holds the clacker, you press the trigger, it shoots the clacker, makes the sound. That make sense?
Yeah.
Our second time playing the blasting game, our hook that holds the clacker split in half.
Gosh.
Almost into, was hanging on by a thread, almost just broke right off.
All right, so is this a plastic piece or a cardboard piece?
It was a cardboard piece.
Well, I feel like you could make...
I tried to tape it. Problem is, this is a problem for me. I didn't want to completely disassemble all of the work that I had made to get in there to really tape it. Right. So I kind of made an opening and tried to tape it from the outside. Because there's a lot of work. It's kind of, you make the hook part and you attach it and all that kind of in the middle of the process.
I gotcha.
So it's a lot of disassembly, which I don't necessarily think is a good thing for Labo. You don't want to be you don't want to be taking it apart. It's never going to go back together like it does the first time. So I was pretty upset. Second time.
Now, is it completely useless now?
It is.
What?
Yeah, because without the hook holding the clacker, you can't shoot the gun. There's no other use for it at all. You can't I tried to rig it up with a rubber band. There's no way. You just can't. There's too much pressure. There's a lot of, and I guess there's a lot of pressure on that piece of the gun. It's got 4 rubber bands around it on both ends. So there's a lot of, that's probably why it happened.
Probably.
So.
Man, that sucks.
It does. I get on the horn with Nintendo. I go through their website, their chat. I go, hey guys, this happened. Because the first thing that I thought was, I'll just go to the Nintendo store and buy a replacement blaster. They didn't have any. They didn't have any replacement parts for the VR. And I go, that's weird. So then I get on the phone with them and they're like, well, it's so new and we're having such a hard time keeping them in stock.
Yeah.
We don't have them.
mentioned that they're sold out everywhere.
They're sold out everywhere, exactly.
I can't even get in anywhere.
So this is what I find out, is I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you can't keep them in stock. So I look at Best Buy, they're gone. I look at Walmart, they're gone. Amazon,
everything's
back
gone.
order. Everything is gone. The Nintendo rep tells me, he goes, so where did you buy it? I think this was like one of their, it's like customer service people. You know, they have like citizen ambassadors.
Yeah.
Because it was very like...
I met one at Best Buy one time.
Very, like one-to-one, like on our level. Wasn't giving me like company speak or anything. Was like real talk. He was like, real talk. Where did you get it from? I was like, I got it from Best Buy. He's like, take it back. Tell them that it broke and take it back. And I was like, they're not going to do that. It's cardboard. So I pile up because we built the bird, we built the pedal, we built the viewfinder, we built all the stuff we built everything except for the camera. So I take it to Best Buy and I show them what happened, and it was pouring rain. So I even like put everything at risk carrying it through the rain. Oh. So I take it back, I pull out the blaster, and I show the lady at Best Buy, and I go, look, this is what happened. And I explain the mechanism and everything, and I showed her where I tried to tape it, and she was like, that really sucks. I was like, I just bought it. We barely got to use the game. You don't know the most like upsetting part? That blaster game is freaking cool. We'll come back to that in a minute. The blaster game is a lot of fun. So Jack was like distraught. He's like, I don't want to play the frog jump game. I want to shoot things. So long story short, she was a doll and was like, yeah, we'll exchange it. We'll just call it defective unit. She was like, go get another one. Walk back there. They're out.
Nothing. I know.
So I walk back up front. I'm like, you're out. And she goes, all right, well, then we'll put the purchase back on your card. And I go, well, that's a problem. She goes, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I used a gift card. So what happens then? Do I get that back? And they're like, you should, but it might take a while. I was like, I don't want that. Like I had this $25 gift card that I used on top of my... So I paid for Labo, so $80. But we get it, if you still have the GCU, you get it for like $65.
Right.
And on top of that, I used a $25 reward card, so I got it for like $40.
Right.
So I was like, man, this sucks. So she goes, well, just go pick out something, right? And we'll just exchange the money, so you don't have to credit or lose your value. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting Tails, which I'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
But our Best Buy did get the basic unit back in.
Okay.
The day before yesterday. So I went and bought one of them. They only had one, and I bought it. I'm sorry. I completely passed over the point. I returned the box, the game, and the blaster. They let me keep everything else.
Okay, that's good.
They were like, just keep it. I was like, well, it's not worth it without the game. They're like, yeah, but we're just going to throw it away. So like all of the unfolded, basically everything I could fit back into the box, they took. And all the stuff that I made. So I have the bird, I have the viewfinder, I have the pedal. It's all here.
You didn't get to make the elephant, did you?
Nope, I didn't get that far. So I went and bought the $40 one at Best Buy, which I got for like $30 with the discount. But I have noticed, if you're still looking for one and you want one really bad and you're not waiting for restocks, if you go to the Nintendo store, they have restocked them on the Nintendo store.
I want the full kit.
They have the full kit, or they did the last time I checked. They had the full kit, and they now have replacement kits, which I was going to buy for the elephant.
Only you had waited like 2 more days.
Right? I was going to buy for the elephant. Problem is, they charge like $10 for shipping. So for the elephant and, like accessories and everything, it's like $30.
That's crazy.
But I did an eBay search, and I found an Australian seller who had it. I bought it for $18.
Nice.
So, long story short, in a few days, it'll all be back together. We started re-putting the blaster back together last night, and I tapped out before I went to bed. I was like, so we're like midway through the blaster. This time...
So the game is the same in the starter and the main kit.
Yep, same game. Toy-Con 4, you just can't use all the Toy-Cons.
I see.
This time, though, I am going to, and if you guys are getting this kit, I would advise you to maybe reinforce that hook part. This part, I'm gonna wrap the trigger in like duct tape, I think.
Yeah.
Because,
especially if it's not seen, it's not going to be that ugly looking. You know?
Yeah, you'll never see it. Once you close it up, you'll never see it. It's all internal. So this time I'm going to wrap it in duct tape, and we're almost done with it. But all that long story short, I really like it. It's really fun. It's not VR. It's not PlayStation VR. Like, I'm not here to tell you, it's not. The visuals are flat. Everything is very basic geometry. Like, simple. Flat ground, flat sky, square platforms and stuff, but the mechanic works, especially the more time you put into it. It feels like VR. There are moments in games that do feel like PlayStation VR. You know, there are simple PlayStation VR experiences, and this is on par with that at a fraction of the price. It is.
Right.
There is this one game that you play just with the viewfinder, which Jack hates, by the way. He hates having to hold the viewfinder. He says it hurts his hands, makes his arms hurt. So, but there is a game that you play with the viewfinder that's a platformer where you look. It's like a maze that you're staring at, kind of like think of like Pushmo. You remember Pushmo?
Yeah, Pushmo.
You look down to the left, you see your person, and you climb your way up to the top. And it's kind of like Astrobot. It's similar. It's like an on par. It's a. I don't want to call it on par because Astrobot's a full game, has a world and everything. But it's similar. You collect coins and everything. Like, I fully expect a Mario type of platforming something to happen with this. Like, they're going to do something like that, I imagine. Maybe a bite-sized thing or a first-person thing or something. I expect something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Having played the demo. And a lot of the demo games are really fun. They have this one game, it's like Hockey Blast or something. It's basically racquetball. Instead of you playing side-by-side, you play against somebody. And the whole idea is you're playing tennis, and you're trying to throw the ball into the wall behind the player. And the player's trying to hit the wall behind you, and you're trying to stop each other from hitting the wall. It's kind of like Pong.
Yeah.
It'd be super fun if you could play co-op. Man, if you could have two Labos playing against each other, oh, it'd be so much fun. That'd be a blast. It'd be one of the best sports games on it's kind of like it's not called Windjammers, but on PlayStation VR there was like a frisbee throwing, like a disc game where you try to hit each other. It's similar to that. Outside of that, the Blaster game is really cool. The Blaster game really makes you want some sort of Splatoon VR experience. The other thing that I was thinking of, because I was playing it this past weekend, was, you know, the Captain Toad levels that are on rails where you throw the turnips?
Yep.
It would be an entire game of that would be perfect VR. Labo VR. It'd be perfect. It'd be right on par. I never got sick. The screen door effect is real. There are times where you'll think that your lenses are dirty because you're seeing like all this stuff that's in like between the 3D goggles. Like I said, it's not true VR. Like, it's poor man's VR.
Right.
But at $40, it's a lot of VR. You know, you don't need a $500 machine and a $250 headset and cables and all that to do it. It's cool that it's wireless. It's enclosed. The bird game is really fun.
I know. I want to do that one the most.
Kind of like Pilot Wings. I mean, honestly, that's kind of...
I like Pilot Wings.
It's like this Wii Sports like open world where you go and collect fruit for the baby birds. You find all the babies and hatch all the eggs. You can fly through rings, and you can go anywhere. It's 3D. Just point your head, and then you flap the wings to go. And that's it. I think that one probably had the most fun. I completely freaked Melissa out with the Toad jump game. So
I was thinking about, you posted the thing saying Deku Leaf in real life, and
that's it. The pedal, yeah.
Yeah.
She sat down and I was like, "Here, put this on." And I was like, "So they're gonna throw this ball at you, and your whole goal is to try and jump onto the ball and climb your way up into the sky." She's like, "Okay." So she sat down. I didn't show her the pedal, so I put the pedal down and I put her foot on it. I go, "To jump, just press down." So she presses down, and the wind hits her in the face, and she was "What? How did that happen? What happened?"
Orienting.
If you've ever been to, I saw it at, oh God, I don't even remember what it's called now, so now I'm just going to drop it. But Melissa did a music show where they had like a theater in some amusement park around Atlanta, and we watched the Polar Express in 3D. And there was this point where the train goes down the tracks and hits like the snow, and all the chairs had all the chairs had like spritzers on them, and it spritzed you in the face with like water. It made it feel real. It kind of has that illusion. And it's fun. It's really fun. It's the best It's the best Labo set by far. And I think I don't
figured as much.
I don't know if the sales are Nintendo controlling, like Nintendo trying to create demand, or if they're selling well. I want to say they're selling well because it was number 2 in the chart last week in Japan.
Yeah, but I want to say that they've seen the lackluster sales of the previous Labo kits, and they're probably saying we should probably not produce as many to start or put as many out for sale. And now I was kicking myself because they said it's sold out everywhere. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was banking on a sale, soon, within the next few months.
This thing's not going on sale until Black Friday. It will go on sale on Black Friday, but it's not going to be on sale, I don't think, a whole lot. Because I think it's going to sell well. Like VR, like we talked about this leading up to it. VR is a hot buzz term. People want VR experiences, and this is the cheapest entry. And it's on a system that's selling units. Like, people have access to Switch. At the base level, this is a $40 way of trying out something VR related. Plus, we have the Mario and the Zelda thing on the way.
Yep.
Those goggles really do give you a 3D VR like experience. Like, everything kind of, gets super. I'm worried about what Breath of the Wild is going to look like in this thing, because the resolution's really bad. It's not.
I figured it was probably, not clean.
Yes. Yeah, it's not. It's fuzzy at best. Mm-hmm. Even when you get it just right, it's fuzzy. And then when it's not just right, like when you move, it's a blurry mess when you move. Like, if you change your view angle, you kind of have to stay still to get the best visual appeal. But it does get the effect across. It does work. It is fun. And, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to at least seeing Breath of the Wild and Mario. And it's cool, the Mario update, at least on the news watch, is you don't have to have the VR to play those levels. And that's cool. No. So you get the little DLC. You can play it with or without the VR stuff enabled. And, I mean, having seen it, having played it and put my hands on it now, I want a Captain Toad experience. I want a Splatoon experience. I want Pokemon Snap. There's a lot of things I could play into this little cardboard stuff that they should do, because it will sell. They can sell extra cardboard, more cardboard, designs for the cardboard, plus the games themselves. I'm all in. I'd love it. I would adore like a first-person Box Boy VR thing. I was thinking that when I was playing the demo. I was like, man, this would be so good.
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Because it's so basic, right? It's just white, it's so basic.
You're saying it's shapes.
It'd be so perfect. It'd be perfect. It'd be really good. There's a lot of things like that would. I'd love a little sports game, like anything like that would be super fun. I do think, having played it, eventually they have to come out with something that includes a strap or some sort of helmet.
Yeah, I was wondering how heavy it was, and especially with kids, it's
Jack can't
it's
play
already
it for more than 5 or 10 minutes.
It's already bad enough. Like, I'm lazy. I just don't like holding things up. I don't like not having my arms.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
By my side.
I sit down and play on the couch, with my head propped up. On the back, because it's a lot. When I was getting my Virtual Boy and messing around with it last year, that's what I was doing. That thing is heavy. This is a Virtual Boy like experience.
I'm sure.
And it would make sense, actually, for them to include some Virtual Boy maybe support as a NES Online retro thing that they could do.
Re-release Wario Land for Virtual Boy. It was their best game.
Mm-hmm. It'd be fun. I'd play it.
Release it.
I'd play it. And I really like that it's, I know this goes without saying because it's a cardboard box, but I really like that it's wireless.
Yeah.
And, that was a big thing for me with PlayStation VR. And I'm not trying to take shots at PlayStation VR, but I was constantly in fear that I was going to step on the cord and yank my PlayStation down on the ground or yank the helmet off my head, because you move around so much and you're tethered.
Yeah.
It was a big worry for me. So anyway, other things that I can say, Kevin often mentions that VR, the Labo, putting it together is the most fun part. I think I'm kind of over it. If I could pay for a installation,
somebody to
an
buy
assembly
it,
fee, why
make it for you.
Somebody should be assembling Labo or creating plastic molds that you don't have to use the Labo for, so you can use those instead of the thing, because and every time I put together Labo, especially these, every time I put them together, I'm in awe that they even exist, which I feel like it makes me sound dumb. It's a dumb thing to say, because we're human beings. We build buildings, we build pyramids, we do great things. I know, it
blows my mind that somebody figured out how to do things.
Somebody thought this all the way through with cardboard. It's so intricate, and every little piece has a reason, and every little hole. I'm like, and the idea that they released it, that it could go wrong so many different ways. Somebody could just pull the tab off, and the whole thing is broken, and that they believed in. It's always so cool to see. So
To me, I love the experience of making it just because I'm an artist and I like making things with my hands.
This one takes forever.
Well, I haven't even gotten to the piano in the first one.
Victoria did the piano on Saturday.
Okay.
It took her like all day. Now she left middle of the day, but it took her like all day. The gun seriously took me like 3 hours to put together one night.
It's okay. I like doing that. I like making things. You have no idea. I sit down and work on crafts.
I had some fun with Jack. It's one of those things. I mean, without saying Kevin's kids are smarter than mine, they probably are. They're also older. I don't want Jack putting together Labo. Like I don't trust that he can put it together correctly. He's going to
when you mess up one piece, exactly. It's done.
Right. So I'm doing it, especially this one. Because I don't care about the piano. Like screw that up. Don't be messing with my blaster now. I want to play that. So the blaster is probably my favorite. Like the game is really good. It's like this Nickelodeon, like alien monster splat type thing. It's really fun. It's on rails. I was thinking of all the railgun, like those Resident Evil railgun games would be so good with Labo VR. I'd be so excited to play those again. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And the Labo, I don't know what to say. I just really, really like it. It's cool that I'm really happy that Best Buy let me keep them. So now I have 2 viewfinders. I've got 2 birds. I have a blaster. I've got 2 pedals. So that's fun. I really like that they let me keep it. They didn't have to. I didn't even ask them to. It was really nice of them to do so. Yeah. And I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. I hope it's got legs. I hope they lean into the VR part of it. And like I said, I hope we see some other games. And then to get out of at least what I'm doing is I played a little Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Was it that cheap that you were able to get it for 40?
It was on sale. Okay. So it was...
See, I've been waiting for it to go on sale too.
28 at Best Buy, so I got it for like 22.
What? It's that cheap already?
Because that's,
It was $49.99 when it came out.
You want to know how much of a deal chaser I am. This lady was so nice to me. She let me return it. She let me keep the Labo that I had. Then she let me exchange it, but when I came up to exchange it, she rang me up for it, and she was like, all right, it's $30. I was like, wait a minute, I'm a GCU member.
I mean, I do it too.
No. I need that $7.50, man. Knock that down. Because we also bought the Detective Pikachu Pokemon cards. So I got Tails and the Detective Pikachu.
Are those available?
Yeah, they're out. You can buy the sets, the case files. Jack lost his mind, but that's I don't think anybody else cares to hear me talk about Pokemon cards. But
and don't you get an exclusive one for going to the theater?
I think so. I hope so.
I think you get. I think you get the Pikachu
but I think
one.
So. We got Detective Pikachu in the pack.
I think there's a specific Pikachu one that you get when you go to the theater.
That'd be cool. We'll be there.
It's like the old Pokemon movies, you know, where you
promo
got
cards.
That's awesome.
Those are super fun. So Tales is really cool. I've never played a Tales game, so I have no history for it. My track record on RPGs like this is hit and miss. So I wasn't even say I was looking forward to it. What I did know about the game going into it when I bought it was that apparently the port in the Definitive Edition is really good, which I can confirm. Looks great. It's an old game. It's an HD. It looks great. The thing that got me really excited about it was the battle system. I was in the aisle. I looked up a YouTube review, and somebody brought up the battle system. That's kind of what I always wanted Valkyria or Fire Emblem to do.
Okay.
So it's a real-time strategy. It's a turn-based strategy game, right? So you turn-based into the battle. You can run away from people. Like Valkyria, you can run away from people. Once you hit them, you go into battle mode. When you go into battle mode, it's a 3D like fighting game. You can move in all around your opponent and fight them real-time button masher. I wish every RPG was like that. I think I'd play them all much more. I
think Fire Emblem that we're getting seems very similar to that.
I was kind of hoping that Echoes was like that because they showed all these 3D dungeon parts, but it's not. It's still like pick the attack and watch it play out, which is fun. The Pokemon fan of me is like, that's fun, but after a while, it's fun the first 10 hours. I don't find it so much fun the next 50 hours. It's like I usually, with Fire Emblem games, I've reached that point where I turn all the animations off. I speed up all the stuff, But this game is a lot more fun that way because you get, your attacks are more powerful if you attack from behind or if you chain together combos. It's just a little bit more interactive. So I have no idea if the game is good or not. Like I said, I have no history with it. I've played it for about 3 hours. I'm definitely outside of the prologue, and I'm enjoying it. And I look forward to continuing to play it. So if anybody
It's
out
on
there
my
is
list.
thinking about it, I liked it.
I have not been playing anything because the boy has still been playing Breath of the Wild.
The boy.
The boy. It's every evening. He
So I saw you posted a video about, you said he's trying to go big. I didn't understand what was happening. He was just throwing bombs. Like nothing I was expecting something bad to happen.
with his little 5 or 6 hearts, I don't know how much he had at the time, he ran into one of the skull caves with all of the baddies in it, and they were all black bokoblins, and I mean, like, he's just like, cool, and he's like, I made a mistake, and he runs up the ladder and gets on the same pedestal as the treasure chest that you unlock once you beat all of them, and he's like, I'm not getting down and fighting these guys. So he's just throwing bombs. And he did that for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes until they all died.
I love his whimsy.
He does things to make me mad.
I like it.
He knows that I don't like doing things. So I'm like, hey, you should go over there. There's such and such. He goes, how about I not do that right now?
Do the opposite of that.
And go over here. And yeah. I mean, he's just like, stop telling me what to do. He did beat Va Meadow. Mm-hmm. So he's got Rivali's Gale. He freed Nadra from Ganon's, I don't know, you know how she's kind of like possessed by the Calamity stuff. So I think he's playing it now. I told him he's got to forfeit it over here as of soon. Download complete for Smash, because it's mine.
I think it's crazy. Like, Jack beat Vometa too. Jack is 2 Divine Beasts down.
That's amazing. Of course, Wind Blight and Water Blight are quite easy compared to the other ones.
I send him in those directions.
Yeah.
But the fact that he beat them has surprised me. I
know.
He's not doing any shrines. Like, he won't. I keep telling him, like, you have to do the shrines. He's not. Yeah. I showed him how to do the heart trick. And I think his plan is to try and beat the game with the heart trick. Like, he's farming the durians every day. He's doing his amiibo every day.
Oh, that's another thing. Brian is obsessed with cooking.
Yeah, so it's fun.
He makes
get him one of those apps on your phone
together.
I have the recipe thing on my phone that I use when I play.
He likes figuring out the recipe.
Oh no, you get too much dubious food.
Oh, he's really good at it. He's mixing the hearty stuff together, and he's mixing the mighty stuff. He's really good at it because quite often he just like throws everything together, and then he'll throw a random fish or a random nut in there to make the 5 ingredients. And about half of the time he gets that special jingle at the end showing that you made a really good food. I
hate that like the dubious food thing is very like disappointing.
Oh, he hasn't gotten that many.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah. You're
not playing anything?
Well, I will be, but
soon?
Yeah. I'm actually going to be returning to streaming hopefully next week.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah. It's not going well, don't call it a comeback because it's not going to be games just yet. It's going to be a live
chores.
No, live me painting this and setting up my game room. That's not really a game room, or it's not chores because I enjoy doing it.
Still a chore. You can enjoy doing chores and it's still a chore. Painting, that's a chore.
It is a chore considering
you enjoy painting
I've had it recently, but
people enjoy painting like the first hour. Like hour 5, you're kind of over it. You're like, okay, just be painted already.
Well, that's just it. I mean, we've been working on our bedroom for almost 3 weeks now. So
yeah, you have. Hey now.
Now this one will go quickly because I can't wait to see it painted NES gray.
I painted my porch for weeks. So tedious. You gotta get under the rails and in between the rails, and then it rains. You have to wait and do it again. It's so.
The whole rest of the house is going to need at least 20 gallons of paint because all of our interior living areas and staircases and the foyer and stuff is all going to be one color. It's going to suck.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into the news block because we have a big one this week, and let's kick it off with a big Nintendo Switch update. Nintendo Switch OS 8.0 is out. You think of 8.0, oh my god, it's got to be a big new thing, right?
Yeah, this happened without me knowing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brian just, because he's been manhandling the Switch, it's been his. He has just decided that he's going to do system updates automatically for me. He just didn't tell me, and I looked at it the other day, I was like, 8.0. And then I saw it on Twitter.
It's interesting. So we got new user icons, which I guess you got some Yoshi icons and things like that, and that's fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting with those. I was looking in there because I haven't changed my icon in like half a year. It's like starting to fill up. There's like 20 rows of icons now. It's like you might need some filtering or something.
Yeah.
The all software page, not the home page, but the all software page, you can now filter, which I guess is
and I love
nice.
that just because I like to see how much game time I've put into things.
Sure. And you've always got your user profile. I mean, it's fine. So you can sort by publisher, most played, or most recently played, and all that. Yeah. I don't know if this existed before. I don't think it did. But when I was looking at it and testing it out...
No, because I've seen a lot of people showing it on their Twitter.
No, not that. I know that's new. But the thing that I think... I'm not sure if this existed before this update or not, but I don't think it did, was when you're on the home screen now, when you open up your Switch, and you're on that first icon, if you click left, it goes over to the all software thing. Oh. So you don't have to scroll all the way to the right anymore.
That's good.
I don't think so. I don't think that was there before.
Cool.
The important thing about this update, or at least the thing that's going to get all the YouTubers going and all that stuff, is you can now transfer individual saves to new profiles and new systems, which undoubtedly means that, that's backing up and supporting this extra new Switch models. There was a report out today that the Pro model's been delayed. We don't know. There was a leaked case that it's probably fake on what the Mini looks like. Nobody knows, but yeah. At some point, you're going to be able to transfer individual saves between units, which makes sense if you want people to own more than one.
Yep.
Or if you want kids. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't necessarily know how much sense this makes. That's a feature as somebody who owns multiple Switches that I can't imagine using, actually. I would never transfer my save to another system and do all that.
I think I would, because if I want to continue my 900 Korok Seed hunt on my new Switch.
Of course, on the new one. But on the new one, you can transfer all the saves. Why would you do an individual game versus transferring your entire profile? I guess should have mentioned that. You can transfer your entire profile and all your saves. This lets you actually say, I want to transfer this save to that system.
I don't know.
Options are good. Flexibility is good. But, I mean, how much are people really going to use that? I'm not hating on it. I just don't think it's really a thing. Like, are you, duplicating your save so your kids can play where you played from, maybe?
Yeah.
It seems like you've got your Switch at home, and now you've got your portable Switch. But it's like that kind of defeat. That's the whole point of the Switch, is you pick it up and take it with you. Why would you do that? I don't know. This made a lot more sense to me back in the Wii U days when we were hoping that they were going to come out with some sort of portable companion or something like that. That made a lot more sense then, but I don't necessarily know how much sense it makes now. But yeah, it's happening. You got it. It's updated. Got new stability stuff, parental VR controls, all that extra stuff. I don't know. Switch OS 8.0, when I saw it was updated, I had more hopes. The folders, themes.
Like I said, I had no idea that even happened.
We've all been asking for a bunch of OS changes to Switch, and it doesn't seem like they're addressing any of those, giving us stuff that I can't imagine me personally using anyway. Okay, Caro.
The big one.
The big one. So, before we start, it was interesting last week. We had all this buzz for a Direct. Then we had all the people making YouTubes and blogs about how unresponsible it is, all of us, to hype for a Direct. And then make all kinds of reaction videos about not having a Direct. And whether or not you are a good or bad person for being excited about a Direct. Mm-hmm. Fast forward a week, we totally got a Direct. It just wasn't a Direct. It was a YouTube video. It was I don't know how long it was. I don't know, 20 minutes?
15 minutes long.
Yeah, something like that. So it was like a Direct. It was exactly what we said we were going to get weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We were going to get some sort of presentation about Joker. We knew that was going to happen. We assumed that it would be a Direct. Before we break down everything that it did say, I wanted to say here that I'm so happy they did this way and didn't do a Direct. Because if they said it was a Direct in a mix,
expectations would be high, and it would just be
if they closed without showing us the next character and all that, like exactly right. Everybody would have been mad, posting reaction videos of how terrible it was. They just put up the thing and let it go, which I loved. They were talking about it was on Twitter, and I posted in Discord, and they were like, "So it's a Direct?" I was like, "Yeah, except without all the whiny kids." Yep. That's what it was. It was a Direct without everybody whining about it, which I really, really enjoyed. So Joker and Smash 3.0 is out now. At the time of you listening to this, it's out now. At the time of us saying it's about 15 minutes away from dropping. So
That's why we're recording early.
That's why we're recording early. So Joker's coming. He's out now. The Smash 3.0 update comes. And Joker's coming with the Persona stage, Mementos, that changes colors from Persona 5 to Persona 4 to Persona 3 with 11 Persona tracks. And some really good ones. By the way, the Get Up, Get Out
amazing.
Is my alarm clock theme. Has been for like a year.
Is that the one from number 4?
No, it's from Persona 5.
Oh, okay.
It's do. It's like the jazzy like blues riff. It's really good.
Yeah.
Great alarm. Great way to wake up in the morning. So you get the 11 songs, new spirit board for Persona. Like everybody's there. Makoto, Takamaki, Morgana, Ryuji. They're all there. Yusuke. New Mii Fighter costumes, DLC, which I was I think we knew this. I think they said this at some point. I'm a little upset that we don't get the fighter costumes in the expansion pass.
I know.
Because didn't we get that in the past?
No, it wasn't that way in Wii U either. No, you had to buy the costumes separately.
Oh, we bought them in bundles.
Yeah, you bought them in bundles, but you could buy them individually. I remember
But if you bought the season pass, you got everything.
No, you didn't.
But the season pass was like $50. Yeah.
No, I bought the fighter pass, so I don't know if there was anything
If you bought
different.
the season pass, you got all the fighters and all of the Mii costumes and all of the stages.
Maybe at the end of all of this, they come out with a pass just for a costume
They might,
DLC.
but I wanted, especially the Persona costume. Put a Persona costume in the bundle.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, like you're getting the stage, you're getting the music.
That's from the 4th game.
Why not get the costume? Nope, you got to pay 75 cents. It's not much. I'm going to buy it anyway. 75 cents. I'm not whining, but I just wanted to be included. They showed all of Joker's moves. I think he looks really good as a sword fighter, and cue Smash fans whining about sword fighting Fire Emblem characters. And,
he's got a knife and a gun, so can you really?
I think it's
consider
type.
him a sword fighter?
Like if you were typing him, yeah, he's typed out like a sword fighter. And I think he looks great. I can't wait to play with him. But really, I'm all in on the stage. The stage has me.
Oh my god, it's amazing! I was like, this is the dopest stage we've had. Like,
it's
probably
really
ever.
good. Yeah, so the stage is probably one of my favorite stages. Like the moment it started changing colors.
Yeah.
All of the background, all of the, I don't know, just the Persona-ish style.
The embellishments in the front.
Yes, all the bordering and everything. I was like, oh, it's so good. And then they started changing the colors and changing the music. And that, if you've ever played a Persona game, I'm not a Persona hardcore fan. I'm not here to tell you how big of a Persona fan I am. But the music is amazing. I don't own many game soundtracks, but I own the soundtrack for Persona 5 and Persona 4 because they are really good.
Sounds amazing.
Really, really good. So if you're looking forward to this, make sure you check out the tunes.
This just leads me to believe, though, with all this 3, 4 stuff, you can't tell me that if Persona 5 is a thing, that they're not going to take the route that Final Fantasy's been doing with adding their whole Final Fantasy library, right?
I don't know.
What if 3 and 4 are also coming?
I think that'd be a big deal to a lot of fans,
Huge.
and I don't think it's as easy as Final Fantasy. You're talking about those games don't exist on PC like Final Fantasy games do. They would have to port them. They would have to work on them. You can't just. It's not like I don't think it's an easy port job, especially especially Persona 3. If anybody is a Persona fan and you don't follow Mystic on Twitter, you should. He's probably my go-to source for Persona news. I've followed him for about a year now. He did say that he believes that Persona 3 will be remastered, full HD. He didn't say for Switch, though. He said for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. But he didn't think it was going to come out anytime soon. But it would be interesting if it did. If Persona 4, Golden came out on Switch, I think that would be a big deal. Persona 4 Golden should definitely come over. Like it's Vita-ish. It's running on somewhat modern hardware. But Persona 3 is on PlayStation 3.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That'd be hard. That'd be a big port. It'd need to be remade.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I'm really glad they were doing it. I think it makes the whole bundle seem better. You can get all of it tonight for $6, or you buy the Fighter Pass for $25. I bought the Fighter Pass, so
I did too.
I
bought it to get the Rex stuff, and
everybody will. Yeah. Eventually, everybody will.
Oh, yeah.
You can whine about it not knowing, or not like, in Kevin's case, not like Joker. But I guarantee you by the time the 5th character comes out, he'll have already bought it, or he will buy it. Or he'll have bought them separately. And now that I say that, he'll probably, just to spite me, he'll buy all of them but Joker. He'll spend $6
spend extra
on 4.
money.
Yeah, he will. He'll just to spite me. Like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it, Donnie. But I think they will. The other big update that's coming with Smash 3.0 is the inclusion and the return of Stage Builder.
Yeah. I like when they started doing it, I was it is one of those things that I did dabble with in the Wii U 3DS one, but this looks extremely revamped, amped up.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we have layers now is just awesome.
Free draw,
the
Blue Jack's mine.
the-
Free draw, Blue Jack's mine.
Well, yeah, but the fact that they have all these, this is Mario Maker on like steroids,
Yep.
pretty much.
Pretty much. It was the first thing I thought of when I saw the tiles go up the left side and across the top. I was like, yeah, they're pulling Mario Maker's, like UI kit.
Yep.
Very similar. The layers are cool. The important part for me, I would imagine for most casual Smash players, is the fact that you can share them. So you'll be able to download other people's doing it. So I don't have to make levels or create them, although I'm sure Jack will mess around with it because he's a creative type like yourself. He's going to mess. He got really excited when he saw you could draw on the screen because he likes to draw.
The Captain Falcon one with the that was awesome. I loved it.
And then for the rest of us, we get free stages, which is dope.
Yes.
So hopefully I'm sure everybody's creative minds will go to work and come up with some really cool stuff. Mm-hmm. And then they talked about Switch World. What do they call it? So
I don't know.
Whatever, it's on the mobile app.
That's when I toned out. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm right there with it. I was like, no.
Yep.
They're still pushing the mobile app. So
beating a dead horse.
you can voice chat and you can look up stages and download them or
Make
queue
your
them
own
for download.
spirit teams from your phone.
You can manage your spirits and you can watch videos.
Yeah.
The video thing in Smash is I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. Yeah, but we are excited for Joker. And he'll be out here in a few minutes, and I imagine that's what we're going to do after the show. I can't wait to see it, and hopefully looking forward to next week's, hopefully, I want to say impending announcement, but I'm telling you the world's going to be upset when they don't announce Persona 5 for Smash. Everybody's going to
That's right. It's
next week.
Literally...
Next week?
No, but it's next Thursday.
I know.
After we record.
I've had my date marked to have a little reminder, but yeah. It's next week, and we'll see. Here's the other thing. Watch the World Riot when it's not announced next week, but announced at E3.
The ultimate troll.
The last thing I really think has anything to do with Joker is they didn't announce the next character. They didn't tell us who's coming. They didn't tease it or anything. We have no idea.
I was shocked.
So either they can tease one,
saving for E3.
or they just have a surprise drop that drops that day. Now,
I think they give us 2 characters at E3.
That's the question, and that's what a lot of people are. You're not alone in that. A lot of people are saying that because we have to get. So we're getting 5? We have 5 characters.
Yeah, going through February of 2020.
4 coming through next February. I'm gonna say no.
No way.
I think we get 1 at E3.
Oh, you're saying no. I think we get 1 more developed looking that is.
I think 1 drops that day.
June.
We get
I don't think anything drops that day. I just think we get updates on the 2 that are most finished. Yeah,
this is interesting opinions. Okay, I think we get 1 that drops that day. It's in development, it's done, and it drops that day. And then in the fall, we get an announcement for another one. And then maybe in the winter or shortly after the new year, we get 1 that drops in February. We get an announcement and 1 that drops in February. So I say we get 1 at E3, right? So that'd be number 2 character. We get 1 in the fall. That'd be number 3. And then let's say at the Game Awards, they announce the other one to drop in February. And that's the 4th one that we're missing from now.
Okay.
That's kind of how I see the release.
I just think that we're going to see 1 that's close to being finished and released in the summer, like maybe by the end of June, and 1 that is coming in the fall.
Out now.
Okay.
They're going to kick off E3, and it's out right now. And hopefully it doesn't leak. Because I like those out now announcements. Hopefully it doesn't leak early. I have no idea who's going to be, by the way. I really don't. At this point, I have no clue. You would have given me a million guesses, and I would have guessed Joker. I would have never guessed Joker, and I would have wanted Joker, but I've never guessed him. That final Smash, by the way, all the Phantom Thieves are there.
Beast.
Bonkers.
Now, did you see that there's a different one if you KO with the final Smash?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And he's got his little Persona special bar instead of the Smash bar. Oh, so good, so good.
Sakurai went above and beyond with this one.
With all that fan, what is it? Fandom, fan appeal, fan service. That's the term I'm looking for. Yeah. For all that fan service. Now I'm officially, or if I wasn't already, like Persona 5 has to come to Switch.
Has to.
There's no way they're doing all of this work and doing all of it. I mean, I just don't think so. It would be a wasted effort. Why would you do all of it and never get a game on it? Like, they should get the game. Pichu, Isabelle, Pokemon Trainer, Amiibo are available July 26th.
I'm still waiting for pre-orders.
Why are they taking so long?
I don't know. I was assuming that Wario 64 normally posts these links within, a matter of an hour after they're announced, and Best Buy hasn't put anything out. Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, nobody.
It's taking forever. I don't understand why all these Amiibo are taking for so long. At the very least, I mean, so I understand that it takes time. You got to make them. You've got to mold them.
You're talking about that. I'm talking about how long it's taken for a pre-order to come.
I'm talking about like why is it taking so long to get these to shelves? At least do one at a time and put them, space them out a little bit. But they just keep dropping them in like 3s and 4s every 6 months. It's by the time the last one comes out, like nobody's going to care about Amiibo anymore. We'll be on another system by then. And it's like a year at a time we're getting Amiibo. It's like, come on.
Yeah. We'll definitely get some new...
If it's taking this long to get Pokemon Trainer, when am I going to get the Joker Amiibo? Because that's the one I want. I want the Joker Amiibo. What's it going to be, like 2 years from now?
It's going to be Boss. It's going to be Boss.
But we'll be on Switch too by the time it comes at this rate. It's taking forever. Joker should probably be like fall.
Maybe there's Amiibo and capabilities coming with... Persona 5 for Switch, and they've already finished it.
Remember that rumor I posted in Gamatsu said that Persona 5 Royal, has an expansion. It's coming PS4 and a new playable character, and it's a big expansion. They said Persona 5 Switch is P5S that's coming, and they did say it has Nintendo content, and it makes sense that it goes the Skyrim route, has some sort of Amiibo thing in there. I'd be all for that. Yeah. I'd be all for that. And that would be a cool way if it's announced at E3, right? If it's announced at E3, it would be a really cool way for them to say, hey, the Joker Amiibo, arrives in November with Persona 5 on Switch, and here's the Amiibo functionality. That'd be the way that you'd want to market that. I'd be very excited. Speaking of me being very excited, today was a great day for me. Box Boy and Box Girl is available for pre-purchase. Finally. It's $10, and it has a demo on the eShop, which I have already played. Nice. And it's super fast and easy. It's 10 levels, but it's like mini levels, like Box Boy levels, like the intro of the game. But even then, they're almost like lessons. They're like tutorials. Right. But it's it's simple and it's flat. It's way more colorful than the ones we're on 3DS. It's got colored backdrops and stuff like that. And I have not seen any, I haven't been diving into any footage or gameplay, so it's all kind of new to me to pick it up. And it's Box Boy. I don't want to sound overzealous because I know sometimes, especially us, we are the hype kids here at PSVG. I know, right? But I mean, I am excited. It's Box Boy. It's the right price. It looks great. I haven't seen it on the TV yet because I just played it on my lunch break. But yeah, it looks great, and it's more Box Boy. I'm looking forward to playing Box Boy. How good can Squares look on TV? Yeah, it's not about that. It's just crisp. I know. Yeah, I know. It's crisp. It's a nice, clean picture. I'm just excited for the. I don't like puzzle games, but I like Box Boy. It's pretty fun, and I'm sure they'll come. I'm sure there's 10 new mechanics that I have no idea about that you'll experience in the game as you go through. But yeah, you jump over boxes, create boxes, throw boxes, that type of stuff. Travis Strikes Again's Bubblegum Fatale is out. If you're listening to this, it's out now. It's out tomorrow. And so this is the love. So you get a new death ball called Killer Marathon that you can beat. You can play with Bad Girl if you beat the main game. Bad Girl is Badman's daughter, who Travis kills in No More Heroes. And she's, starlet, the damsel, the big hair, blonde, all that stuff. It looks good. The expansion worries me because they talk about how hard it is. So it's got traps and apparently instant kills. Oh, God. Ugh, I don't know if I like that. We'll see. I'll find out soon. But the level looks really cool. It's this pinball. You'll never beat it. I probably never will. It's this pinball-based thing. So everything's like set on a pinball level, but then through the pinball board, you can kind of see stuff going on in the background, like space battles. There's like this one scene where everything looks like it's like in a city. There are cars backed up in traffic and stuff like that. Cool. I hope if it's not too hard, I hope there's like some sort of difficulty options. I never found the main game too hard, but I mean, they specifically highlighted how difficult it is. Then they said if you beat that in the adventure mode, they tease the future of Travis. So there's got to be some sort of Easter egg on what's coming, which is everybody believes No More Heroes 3. So that's what they're working on now. And there's a bunch of new shirts to collect.
I know. I saw the Wind Waker one.
It's the only ones I care about.
I know,
These are the
right?
ones that I care about. There's Dragon's Dogma and Fire Pro Wrestling and 8 other games I've never heard of that I don't care about. But yes, there are Wind Waker shirts, and I have to have them. I gotta go find the Wind Waker shirts and get the coins to buy them. So that'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I'll play it this weekend, and I guess see how it goes. And it's nice. I'm glad that they got, instead of just the adventure mode and a playable character, I'm glad that it got a new game. I was kind of hoping a little bit more, but I'm glad they got a new game. It makes the expansion pass feel a little more worth it. The $15 is kind of going towards something. And I don't know about Grouchy, but at some point I'll replay the game as Batgirl, because I love Batgirl. She's a very awesome character, very Bayonetta-ish. She's kind of a cult favorite. So I will replay it at some point. Whenever I replay it, maybe next year I'll replay as Batgirl. You can follow former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé on Twitter @Reggie.
He's already making a splash.
How do you feel about this?
Well, I think it's hysterical. I love it.
So he called himself a provocateur of business.
I mean, I'm just glad that we're going to keep hearing from him.
You're gonna like it if he becomes somebody else's game exec, or if he goes to another company.
I don't think
or another
that's ever
business.
going to happen.
I don't know.
I think he's retired for sure, but he's just trying to continue having fun on Twitter.
I don't know. Jack Tretton retired from Sony, and he went on and started some VR company or whatnot. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that he started that and he made such a splash about it. I kind of feel like he's kind of setting up a second act. I mean, that's kind of what you would do. A retired person wouldn't go on Twitter and start a retired person would go retire, go spend time with your family or something.
I just think that, he had such a relationship with everybody that he wants to keep people
That's true.
in the know.
He's really close with Jeff Keighley. I wouldn't be surprised if he started doing something in association with the Game Awards or E3, if he got into a media-like thing. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I think that would make sense for him. But if he got back into the business world, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I wouldn't care. I wish him all the best and all that. But I think Nintendo fans would. I definitely think Nintendo fans would if he, I'm going to go, run this VR company, or I'm going to go work at EA or something. If something like that happened, people would be like, what?
I think he's done. I think he's good.
We'll see. You got an awesome Twitter handle, just @Reggie.
I wonder how long he's had that, or how much he had to pay to
Nintendo,
get it.
just whoever had that Nintendo or Twitter was like, you're done. Reggie Fils-Aimé's got such a big following. You're going to let somebody named Reggie just have that? No.
Yep.
You're going to give him that handle. Whatever he wants.
Yep.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, launches July 19th, exclusively on Nintendo Switch.
Got a date.
Are you going to get it?
No.
Can we hype you into getting it all? What if
because it's a Nintendo produced game and
watch
technically
Captain
it needs to be on
Marvel?
my shelf.
Go watch Captain Marvel the movie and then maybe go get it. It's so good. Captain Marvel's amazing.
I don't like Marvel movies.
It's really good. Got the Avengers Endgame coming out. It's good timing for all this together. I just don't know. I mean, because I'm the dumb Marvel fan, but I'm the newly adopted one. I don't know why the X-Men are there. I mean, I know that it's all Marvel, but I've seen 22 movies and nothing about X-Men. So, why is Wolverine on the cover? Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out.
So they haven't implemented X-Men into the Marvel universe
Not yet. And that's been this whole after Endgame thing. So after Endgame, and watch me, I'm going to say this, and Devin and Kevin are going to kill me about this one.
Yeah,
Friday.
right.
All right. So after Endgame, I believe they're going to launch the Marvel MCU 2, the next era. Right?
I
So
see.
Endgame will kind of be the end of what we know of Captain America and Iron Man, Robert Downey's going to move on. So maybe they continue those characters forward with new actors or something like that. I believe a big part of that will be in the inclusion of X-Men. And there will probably be some sort of tease in Endgame, if not an inclusion of X-Men. That'll probably be the final.
Wolverine.
That'll probably be the stinger of the movie after the credits roll.
Yeah.
Is we'll see, Professor Xavier or something pop into the picture somehow. All right. We got 2 more rumor mills, and then we're going to be out of here. We're doing pretty good on time.
Yeah.
So, rumor mill number 1, I believe, has all but been debunked. We saw an image from China today, posted on some forum over there, of a Switch Mini case. It looks good. It's a good case. It's like a phone-like, Vita-like experience.
It's turquoise. That's my favorite color, so it gets a plus for me.
It is turquoise. And it was funny... I think it was Jams, or no, it was Ribo. Ribo was like, I never even thought about colors. Oh man, He's like, they're totally going to do colors. I was like, oh yeah,
Yep.
they're totally going to do colors. That's going to happen
Yep.
for sure. Especially if they don't, have detachable Joy-Cons, they've got to do different colors. So yeah, they'll do different colors. But yeah, there's been a lot of people saying those fake, but it looks good.
I think just the graininess and the smallness of the pictures. Like, who has phones that small?
Apparently has the
of
exact
pictures?
same like Nintendo Switch print on the back, like the same model and serial and all that. And it wouldn't be, because it'd be different. It'd be a different SKU and all that. So like people are pointing at that. I don't know. I think that's, if you're thinking about what a Switch Mini could look like, I think that makes sense. But
Right.
if we are believing the original rumor that we got from the New York Times, they said that the models look distinctively different. They're very different. You can't confuse them. And this looks like a smaller Switch. That was my first. That's the reason why I was like,
That's
this
true.
is probably fake, because the rumor said they're very different. They're like, don't think about what you're thinking about. That's not it. And that's kind of my most, I don't know if I'm going to move. We talked about this. I don't want to rehash all of that, but I don't feel like the Pro is going to give me the power boost to justify the
Not right now
the
for
investment.
me either. It's going to have to be an amazing, nice addition for Zelda or Animal Crossing or something.
No, and I don't see that happening. And I don't think the Mini is going to do much for me at all. And I just bought the Pokemon one, and I'm not moving off my Pokemon unit unless it's worth it, like overly worth it. And I mean, runs games at a higher resolution, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it'll run better, faster load time, maybe a better frame or more stable, but it's not going to be like drastically different looking game. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Rumor 2. The Pro model has reportedly been pushed back. So the rumored model is being rumored to be delayed. This is where like rumor mongering and speculation starts to get the best of all of us. Now we're reporting on a rumor about a rumor that was like, how can it be delayed? We don't even know when it was coming. We were thinking we'd see it at E3, but nobody knows. You can't delay something until we see it.
I mean,
so this is ridiculous.
It could have been originally planned for showing at E3 and come out in August, and now it's coming in December.
Or March, or I don't care. It's cool we're getting 2 new models. I don't know. We'll see. If they are pushing back the Pro model, I would hope it's to make it better.
Yeah.
Better than what was reported.
Duh.
Because the thing that was reported did not interest me at all. I need the Tegra 2 chip. I need all the power you can put in that bad boy. I need it to be a boost, a significant boost, not a new 3DS power boost. Not interested. Yeah. And then and then the Lite model is reportedly dockable, which I've never operated under the stance that it wasn't. If they do that, I mean, just prepare yourselves, listeners. If they release a model of the Switch that doesn't dock and connect to the TV, I'm gonna have a problem. It didn't have to go in the dock, but if it doesn't connect to the TV at all, that's a dumb move. That's an Xbox One sad dumb move. If Switch comes out with a Switch that doesn't switch, that's Xbox One sad level of dumbness. Yeah. It's really dumb.
Yep.
You got to come out with a little dongle or an adapter or something, even if it's just a cord. I don't even care if it doesn't charge. It's got to hook up to the TV somehow. Some way, even if it kills your battery life. It's got to be able to do it, or it's no longer a Switch.
It will.
I know it will.
I think they'd be remiss not to.
Nintendo's not that dumb.
Nope.
I think it was that's very similar.
Knock on wood.
That's very similar to the rumors that if you remember and recall, during the Wii U days, there was a constant rumor when it was selling poorly about them taking the gamepad out and selling the Wii U as a console at a much cheaper level. Right, so it was like $299 Wii U 32, but they're like, just scrap the pad altogether and sell the box and a controller for like $199. And I was like, they're never going to do that. And they're why? It's the entire system is built around the tablet screen.
The tablet.
They'd have to overhaul the entire OS. And they're not going to do that because they have 10 million people that have bought these. Like, that's not going to happen. It makes sense economically. Yes, you'd want to make it cheaper because it's selling like garbage. Right? I get that. But no, you're not going to just overhaul the entire UI.
Right.
To take it out. Plus, we have no idea how many tablets they made that never sold.
That's true.
If anything, you would just sell it at a loss versus selling it without it. You would just mark it down. At that point, you might as well just give it away. So that's what I think about when I hear about that rumor. But it'd be interesting. And E3 is looking fun. We're probably going to get Smash character. Kara says it'll be announced. I say it'll be available. Coming up here in May, we'll start talking about E3 predictions. So we got to start thinking about those. Yeah. Because I mean, on one hand, on one hand, we know everything. Like I feel like I know everything they're going to say. But on the other hand, I really don't know anything about third-party stuff. I've mentioned in Discord, like I don't know if it'll be at E3, but I expect we're getting some sort of Rabbids follow-up, Mario Rabbids thing. I expect that to happen. And then I expect like EA to maybe support Switch a little bit. I think we're getting another Plants vs. Zombies game. I could see that coming to Switch. Maybe they do a Madden thing. But that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I don't see any of that happening. I don't think EA is even going to touch.
I definitely think we're getting another Mario Rabbids game. I don't know. I don't think it's this fall, though. It didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense this fall. We've got so many games that are already announced that are coming. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to have this big Animal Crossing blowout and all that. Like, this is going to be
what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, it's going to be a big first-party thing. So, like, why would you release Rabbids? It's going to sell badly if you put it in the fall. It's not going to go well. So you should probably wait for the fall direct and launch it next spring. It should fit in that Yoshi window. That's when it's going to sell well. Drop the thing like next February. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like on the third party front, I have no idea what could happen because anybody could port something, over. Persona 5. That could be that could be E3. That could be a big deal. But at the same time, I feel like on the first party front, like we kind of know what's coming. So it's exciting to see it and exciting to see all the details. But I'm not expecting like a big giant surprise per se. Not like Animal Crossing. Yeah. Or like that Smash.
We'll have to do a first party and then a third party thing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So listeners, if you're listening to this, think about that and send us your thoughts and whatnot in the Discord, psvg.blog/Discord, in the Nintendo Shack channel. Shack is lit, as one dubbed by one Devin, where we are chatting all day, every day. And that'll do it for us this week. We're going to go play Smash Brothers Ultimate. Play a Joker.
Hopefully it's finished downloaded.
So with that, Caroline, you got anything else you want to add?
Oh man, we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. Good night, Koopalings.